So that was me attempting to teach myself a handstand. It's not happening. Okay, so making some dinner right now. Making buffalo chicken. Delicious. And I still haven't seen the new Harry Potter movie, so let's talk about it some more. Oh, this is going to be difficult. I did not anticipate not having 3 hands. So far, everything that I'm hearing about the movie is, well, one, that it doesn't exactly follow the book, but that's to be expected. You know, it's not going to be perfect. 2, that it is absolutely awesome. And 3, that it's making everybody cry, which I can see happening because I cried like 2 or 3 times, both times that I saw part 1. And even if I didn't cry just for the movie itself, I'd cry for the fact that this is such a big part of my life, of a lot of people's lives, and like, this is, I mean, it's not over forever, like, you know, you have the books, you have the movies and stuff, like, it's a monumental thing, like, this is gonna be the last movie, and it'll be, you know, once I see it, I'll have seen all of them. Like, there will be no more. So it's kind of big. I'm going to see it actually Tuesday with Chris in IMAX. He's nice enough to pay for me, which is, I thought was really, really nice. So what do you guys think? Like, what's your, I already asked you what your opinion of the actual movie was. What do you guys think as far as, like, this being the end of an era? And then also, this might incite some debate too. What is everybody's opinion on, gosh, I don't even know if I want to give mine. What is everybody's opinion on Twilight versus Harry Potter? Because I asked because one of my friends posted a Facebook status a couple minutes ago. She just went to see the last Harry Potter movie with her mom, and it was something like, and so many years of my life or my childhood or whatever has ended. Next up, Breaking Dawn Part 1. I will say that I have read all of the Twilight books and seen the movies so far. Here's the thing. When I read the first one, it was, I hate saying this because I feel like such a hipster. I'm like, oh my god, I read Twilight before school. But, I mean, I kind of did. In 10th grade, my friend Lauren and I, well, actually, like, our whole group of friends that I hung out with, like, that was kind of when the whole, like, vampire thing started, so, of course, you know, everybody's reading vampire books, and there's a whole lot of vampire books to choose from, so we're all, you know, we're going through different authors and stuff, and one day she comes into chemistry, and she has just finished reading this book. Apparently there was already like a list for it, so I guess maybe it was starting to gain popularity or whatever, and she said, hey, I just got this yesterday, and I just finished it, and I wanted to know if before I returned it, if you wanted to read it, and then just give it back to me and I'll turn it in tomorrow. And it was called Twilight, and she was like, it's not necessarily like as good as, you know, some of the other books that we had read. You know, it may not be like a classic or whatever, but it's an interesting take on vampires. So that was the whole premise of it. And I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I mean, if she recommended it, because we both, you know, we would recommend books to each other all the time, so I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'll give it a shot. I finished reading it, and I was like, well, you know, I did think it was interesting. I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. I probably wouldn't buy it, but, you know, it wasn't a waste of my time. I finished it. You know, I liked it. A couple months later, Twilight Mania, and that's when it really just started, and it seemed crazy because I was like, I mean, I liked it, but it wasn't like, you know, like the Harry Potter Mania I understood because I was like, you know, this is fantastic. Twilight, it's not, I don't hate it, but I don't love it, and I feel like it's gotten to the point now where Twilight is one of those things where you either have to love it or you have to hate it. There's really no in between. Or else, I mean, obviously there is, like, I like it, and I've talked to other people who just like it, but because we only like it, we can't discuss the Twilight books with people who love it or people who hate it, because we're just preached at, almost. So I wanted to know what you guys' opinion is, because, like I said, I read all the books. I think I had started reading the second one, like, I think it had just come out when the wave started, like, building, and then when I read the first two, like, by the time the third one came out, I think it was the third one. There's There's 4, there's 3, there's 4. I think there's 4. I'm going to say there's 4. By the time the third one came out, it was starting to irritate me, like this, how people were just like fanatics on either end of the spectrum. Like either they loved it or they thought that if you read it you were stupid and it was pointless and it was, you know, it was a disgrace and they weren't really vampires and blah blah. But, you know, I read it anyway because I'd already read the first 2, and then by the time, yeah, I think there are 4, because by the time the 4th one came out, I went with a friend of mine to the midnight thing because I ended up sleeping over at her house that night anyway, and we went to, I forget which bookstore it was, but like, because I had a membership there, I'm a book freak, I love books, I think we got it for like, I don't remember how much it was, but I feel like I got it for like $10 off, maybe a little bit more, so I was like, oh, okay, well, you know, I mean, I'm gonna read it anyway, and I don't want to spend a bunch of money on it, so I bought it, and we, you know, we had one of those, like, you know, that night, nerdy, like, we had gone and bought a bunch of junk food beforehand, and we stayed up and we read it, and then passed out at like 7 in the morning. That was that, and so I've seen the movies, I've seen the first 3 movies are out already, and I saw, I think, all 3 of them with, not Courtney, my roommate, but Courtney and Sam Courtney, with her mother, and her sister. Like, they were nice enough to, yeah, to pay for me to go with them, and it always just kind of worked out that I ended up at their house on the day that Courtney's mom and sister were like, oh, we're going to go see the Twilight movies. You guys want to go? And we were like, oh, alright, well, sure. So, I've seen them, and because I've read all of them, and because I've seen the first 3, I probably will see the last one. Will it be in theaters? Well, I don't know, but I'll probably see it just because I'm extremely OCD. I can't, that's a set. That is a set, and I have to finish it. I never watched Star Wars when I was little. I never did. I just started watching them this year, and I've seen episodes 4, 5, and 6, because those were the order they came out, so I had to see those 3 first, and then I will see 1, 2, and 3. I'm gonna have to see the next 3, because Star Wars itself is a set. I saw the newest Indiana Jones, but haven't seen any of the previous ones. I have to see them because it's a set. It's just this thing that I have that I feel like I can't start something and not finish it. I can't. There's also the fact that I don't hate them. I like them. I don't love them, but I don't hate them. So that's my question for you guys. How do you feel about Twilight, and how do you feel as far as how it stacks up with Harry Potter? I'm interested. I want to know. Going to see Harry Potter on Tuesday. It's Saturday. So you will see me going to the movies on Wednesday, right. Courtney left to go. I feel like I'm constantly filming when she's not here, and I'm always like, oh, well, Courtney's not here because she did this. Courtney's not here because she went to her friend's house, or she went to school, or she went to Mars, but she's ushering a concert, I think she said. So she's in ballet. So I don't know if it's for ballet. I don't know. But that's what she's doing, so that's why she's not here. Because we were thinking about going to see it. We were going to go see it maybe today, and then I would go again with Chris on Tuesday. I almost feel like it's better this way anyway, just because I love Harry Potter. I love Harry Potter. And I've never seen an IMAX movie. I've been told that the difference is that the screens are bigger and that the picture is clearer. But I feel like it's fitting that the finale of like this whole Potter era, I guess, of my life, this finale takes place in an IMAX theater, and in my first IMAX too. So I feel like that'll be cool. So thank you, Chris, for taking me, or for saying that you will take me. So I just finished watching Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts, and I cried twice. It was such a good movie. Like, such a good movie. I've done almost nothing today, other than working out. I have done nothing today. I did not wake up until afternoon. So it's a movie day. This is my day to inspire debate about movies. Harry Potter versus Twilight. It's my day to talk about movies. I loved Pretty Women. I adore Julia Roberts. So today, I'm sorry. It was a me talking about movies day and attempting to do a handstand day, and that's what today was. That's it. So just know that while you're watching this right now, I'm out doing cool stuff that you're gonna get to see tomorrow. See you tomorrow. Okay. Good night. I love you.